Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right in today, looking at a surprisingly simple but honestly totally game-changing psychological approach to human connection. It turns out making someone feel truly comfortable doesn't require some grand, over-the-top performance. Instead, it really just comes down to a quiet, powerful way of carrying yourself that, frankly, most of us completely overlook. So, let's see exactly how this works.
Okay, let's dive into this. Right off the bat, we need to debunk a massive myth. You absolutely do not need to look like some magazine cover model, you don't need a wallet bursting with cash, and you definitely don't need to memorize some weird tricky script you bought online at 2 a.m. Genuine connection is actually all about being grounded and present. But it's rare, because honestly, a lot of people are just too terrified of looking foolish to simply be.
Now, to understand what actually works, we kind of have to look at what goes spectacularly wrong. When guys want to impress someone, they almost always overcompensate. Just picture it. The guy on a date talking a mile a minute about his recent promotion, his shiny new car, his fantasy football team, literally barely taking a breath. They're operating under this false belief that impressing someone means aggressively proving they're worthy of attention.
The difference in the underlying message here is staggering. That loud and impressive approach, it actually communicates pure anxiety. It practically screams, I need you to validate me right now. On the flip side, the quiet and safe approach, just being calm and respectful, creates this incredibly magnetic feeling of peace. It quietly says, hey, I'm comfortable with myself and I really don't need anything from you to feel okay.
And this builds directly into the literal, physical reality of attraction. A woman's body often evaluates things fractions of a second before her conscious mind even catches up to what's happening. Before she can intellectually analyze your conversation, her biology is already evaluating you based on millions of years of human evolution. It's instantly trying to detect friend or threat. Basically, the second she meets you, her nervous system is unconsciously firing off one fundamental question. Is he safe? Can she trust him? Is he calm? She might not be asking these questions out loud, of course, but her body is actively seeking the answers right away through this deep evolutionary intuition. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how your physical presence communicates directly with her nervous system. When you move deliberately, without that frantic urgency, you actually prevent her body's fight or flight alert from tripping. Instead, you activate her parasympathetic system. That's the biological wiring that helps us rest and feel peaceful. Moving too fast signals danger. But moving deliberately, that signals absolute safety.
And the biology actually goes even deeper here. How you look at someone plays a massive role in their chemical state. Offering a gaze that is strong but kind actually helps her body naturally produce oxytocin. This is the bonding chemical. It is highly powerful in building deep emotional trust. It happens entirely beneath the surface, but man, the emotional results are profound.
So, how do we actually intentionally trigger these positive biological responses? Well, the solution lies in what we call the three-part gesture. It's a very specific mix of three behavioral shifts that work together in total harmony to completely change the vibe of an interaction. Let's break them down. Step 1 is slow, careful movement. You're not moving like a snail in slow motion, right? You just have absolutely no rush, which shows you respect her space. Step 2 is a strong but kind gaze. It's not some intense, creepy stare, just a look that says, I'm happy to be right here. And step 3 is safe silence. So many of us absolutely panic at a 2-second lull in conversation and just start rambling to break the tension. Handling a comfortable silence without needing to fill the space with nervous noise, that is practically a superpower today. And this brilliantly illustrates the direct link between your actions and her biology. Look at how it perfectly lines up. Slow movement relaxes the nervous system. A kind gaze triggers oxytocin. And safe silence signals emotional trust, proving you're someone she can be emotionally safe with. It's a perfect cause and effect loop between your physical actions and her biological responses.
Now, you might be sitting there wondering, okay, but how do I know if this is actually working in real time? Well, because these responses are biological and unconscious, she will literally start to show physical signs of connection, even if she isn't saying a single word.
You really just need to keep an eye out for these subtle cues. You might see a genuine smile for no clear reason. Like a real one, not just a polite social smile. You'll definitely notice prolonged eye contact. Or she might unconsciously touch her hair or her neck, which happens with good nervous excitement. She might physically lean closer. Her voice might drop and soften a bit. Oh, and watch your feet. They'll naturally point right at you. You literally cannot fake these biological signals.
So the crucial point is this: you cannot fake it. This brings us right to the authenticity rule. This three-part gesture absolutely cannot be used as some sort of manipulative trick. If you try to use this just to get something from her, she's gonna know. Human intuition is incredibly accurate at sensing a hidden agenda, and the second she senses one, that feeling of safety, it instantly vanishes.
To actually make this work, your internal state has to match your external actions. You need to be genuinely interested in her and completely relaxed in your own skin, flaws and all. And the beauty of this authentic presence is that it doesn't just change how she sees you, it completely transforms how you see yourself. You'll finally realize you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be present. There's this quote from the source material that just perfectly captures everything we've looked at today. It is not about being a hero or a Prince Charming, it is about being a safe harbor. That's so powerful, isn't it? True, deep connection comes from providing a space where someone can just completely relax. When you offer that safe harbor through your movement, your gaze, and your silence, you just become naturally magnetic.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a question to chew on for a bit. Which of these three elements is the hardest for you? Is it moving slowly without rushing? Is it holding a kind look without feeling completely vulnerable? Or is it sitting quietly without panicking to fill the silence? Think about your biggest challenge and use that as your starting point. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep learning and take care out there.